in Matthew 13:19, the word of the Lord reads, when anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understandeth it not, then cometh the enemy. The enemy comes so that he might stop what it is that God has already said over your life. The enemy is standing right at this moment looking for the next opportunity to snatch the word from out of your spirit and cause you to lose what you heard. But you've got to begin to harvest or incubate what you hear. It's just like a woman that's gotten herself pregnant. Whenever you get pregnant, there is a seed that has been planted. If you were like I was, I didn't let everybody touch my stomach. I was in the center of everybody's attention. Where 50 people that came and touched my stomach. Why? Because I understood something was on the inside of me that was more precious than I was. And I could not allow everybody to touch what was inside of me that was growing. Because when I got ready to birth it, I wanted to make sure it wasn't attached to spirits and demons and devils that it had already has got to fight. So now you've got to understand that the enemy standeth to steal what you have heard. And not only does he come to steal what you hear, but he comes to defame what you hear. Because if he can defame it, 9 times the devil won't take nothing from you, but he'll distort what you got. In other words, you got the car, but the car is supposed to be a blessing, but because the enemy has defamed it, now you got problems with the car. Now you got situations with the car. Now you got issues with the car. Let's make it more biblical. Y'all remember the Shunammite woman? The Shunammite woman had been prophesied that by this time next year she was going to get a child. But what do you do when you get the child? After you receive the blessing dies on you. The baby had not been buried. The child had not been buried. But she had to deal with the fact that what she had been defamed. The devil wants to defame. He wants to destroy. He wants to mess up the blessing that's already in your life. But I wish I had about 20 praises in here that tell the devil, get your hands up. Get your hands up. Everything I got, God has given to me. I'm not going to allow nobody to mess it up.
Jesus. Yes, Lord.
So now, sit down if you can. Sit down. So now, if we're going to go anywhere in the journey of where this beloved individuals would go, Isaac and Rebecca, if we're going to go anywhere that they would go, we've got to understand that you cannot go there in the place of miracles until you prepare for the obstacles to come. Tell somebody, tell them we've got to prepare ourselves for the obstacles that shall come. That's why I came to focus on other folks and their business. I can't give energy to other people's affairs. Mother, I've gotten to the place that I limit who is around me while I'm on the road, because I cannot take a whole lot of talking and a whole lot of stuff, because I got so much stuff that's going on in my own life that sometimes I don't know what move to make. And so I've got to begin to separate myself from people that will become toxic to this next miracle that's trying to be produced. Because the truth of the matter, it takes a whole lot in you to believe what God reveals to you. Is there anybody I can talk to right there? Because when God reveals a vision to you, apostle, everything you don't really believe that